I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. All right. Everyone, thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome back, everyone, to the Peti Kish Hun Live. We're back with another Friday with topics and interesting topics of the week, let's just say. I literally just had a brain fart. That's why I was like, I was stuttering and I was like, oh shit. What was I going to say? Already a great start of the great end of a week already. Damn. This week was crazy, guys. I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday, everyone. You're on your break, you're on lunch break or whatever you're doing in the world. If you can just listen in, that's good. And if you just want to watch, that's even better. So you're going to be seeing this, live. You can watch it later in the broadcast, in the past broadcast. You can watch it later. I will leave timestamps as usual for all of you guys if you miss what topics I'm talking about, what, things we knew are pretty much having a conversation about. So, before we start with anything today, guys, what do you got to do? Like the stream. And if you're new here, I'd love it if you guys can subscribe as well on here. I appreciate it very much if you can do that. Push this live stream in the algorithm or not. Join in for more entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, and movies. All sorts of things like that on here. Today is going to be a mixture of gaming and movies. A lot of here and there interesting things. As well as today we're going to be talking about Microsoft Xbox. Big topics with Microsoft Xbox where they're raising the prices for all their hardware and accessories. As well as we're going to be talking about the Superman leak, about the plot. Warning, guys, it might actually be true. Take everything with a grain of salt, but it might actually be factually true. So we're going to look into that, as well as we're going to look into layoffs. We're getting more and more layoffs in the gaming industry, but this time it's journos. Gaming websites like Polygon and Giant Bomb, they're going under. So they're getting bought out by other venues, and now it's just pretty much saying, pretty much game journalism is on the floor, and it might not stay. A lot of the gaming journalists out there, there's only like a couple left, like gaming sites. Most of them are gone. And if they are, some of them are just mostly independent. The big media companies are not going to make it. Let's just say that. We're going to go into that as well. And then we have little topics here and there. We can just shotgun through. It recently came up today, so I wasn't prepared for it, but I did look into a little bit. So we're going to talk about a little bit of this and that, a little bit of this and that that came up recently. And yeah, a lot of people on the internet are not liking what is going on right now with the topics we're going to get into before that. But before we do anything else, I just wanted to update. I had an live stream on Tuesday, guys. You could have checked that out. There was a lot there too. But today I think is going to be a shorter one because there wasn't too much topics I was going to get into. I was going to do some sort of tier maker today. Just some fun stream. But then I was like, maybe I'll just leave that on, let's say, Sunday, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I might do a Sunday stream, like real late Sunday. I don't know. We'll see what's up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just a lot of things happened this week for me. I'm exhausted. I've done so much stuff outside. I'm super tired right now, but I am pushing, moving forward, doing some things here and there. I gotta keep up with a lot of things that's going on because I've been like off of social media for like a couple of days, and I've been like lurking and just watching what is going on, what is like trending, and what is happening. You know, like gaming, movies, and all sorts of things. So I've been kind of out of it in general. So it's going to be just, we're going to be looking together pretty much what is going on overall with the trends, I guess, or in entertainment. We're going to see what's up. But let's just get into the smaller topics today, guys. Today we have, let's see. Today we have, with the small topics, if you guys, I just want to bring this up. We're going to go through it like super fast. If you enjoy Fortnite, okay. Maybe a lot of people, like my followers, probably don't really care about Fortnite as much. But Fortnite just did a huge season today. It just came out today about its Star Wars theme. And Star Wars hasn't been the best recently in general with Disney. A lot of people have left Star Wars, but there is a passionate fan base of Star Wars fans out there that still love like the original, even the prequels. But most of the new ones are not, you know, the best Star Wars. Pretty ass, to be honest. So Fortnite is, because it's almost May the 4th, they just literally did, we're going to do a smaller season with Star Wars theme. Which I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess, because they're going to have like blasters, lightsabers, all sorts of things, landmarks. It's just a lot of references to Star Wars. And I was like, I might hop on and check this out. You know? I'm not like, I play Fortnite here and there once in a while. I just check out what's up, but I don't like get really, really into it as much anymore. But I like to check it out what they're doing sometimes here and there in Fortnite, especially when they're doing collaborations. I think no one does it really as good of a collaboration as Fortnite with characters. I know other people like Call of Duty and all. Was it another one? Was it Valorant or Apex? I don't know which one. I know Call of Duty is trying to do that. Which Call of Duty doesn't make no sense with the collaborations. It just doesn't fit. Some characters might fit, but most characters don't. But Fortnite, usually the aesthetic for it works with a lot of characters, so it works fine. So I'm here, and it says all Fortnite Star Wars skins in Chapter 6, Season 3. So here are all the skins. And then you can see it's called Galactic Battle. So what do you have? Apprentice Eve. I think that's a Fortnite character. So there's Dark and Light. Poe Dameron. Okay, Poe Dameron. Really don't care about Poe. I just don't care about the sequel Star Wars Disney projects. I really don't. I watched all 3 of the movies. I really don't care about them. I really don't. The characters are bland as hell. I really don't care. But as a skin, it's all right. It's not a bad skin, you know. Wookiee team leader. Okay, so they added that. That's a Fortnite like version of what his name? The bear team leader. I forgot what the character is called. Okay, so it's a Wookiee type. Emperor Palpatine. That's kind of funny. That's pretty good. You see Emperor Palpatine with the blaster and the everything going on. That's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. Chancellor Palpatine, cool. Episode 3. General Grievous, okay. General Grievous is pretty cool. Captain Phasma, oh, the most like from the sequels, the character that was hyped up so much that it literally had barely any screen time. It was just a waste of space. This character was a waste of space. This character could have been cool, but they just ruined it, of course. Darth Jar Jar. Now that's probably the funniest one, not gonna lie. That one's actually that actually is a good one.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
That's actually a good one. Darth Jar Jar. That's pretty funny. Mace Windu, nice. Mace Windu's hella sick. I like Mace Windu, really cool. Pretty sick. Another Mandalorian customizable. Okay, so this is Mando or Mandalorian skin. Okay. And that's it? Oh, okay. So I would have wanted a Jango Fett skin, not gonna lie, since, you know, they're adding Jango's blasters in the game and all that. But, yeah. That is pretty much Fortnite. Star Wars, Fortnite. Oh, we're getting curtains again. They're opening. And we got the sub button as well. It's back. Okay. What's up? What's up, everyone? All right. So, yeah, that's Fortnite for you guys. Just a little talk about it because there's that Star Wars event because May the 4th coming up. Season's going to last for pretty much a month. You can play it right now as I speak. Right now, you can play this new season. Looks interesting. Going to probably check it out for a little bit. I'm going to have to see what's up with this. Hopefully, it's interesting enough to have a little fun with it because Star Wars is not a good place at this very moment. Besides old school shit, like old school Star Wars shit is probably the best. Not gonna lie, it's the best. After that, nope, don't care. EU stuff is probably EU is the best, and like George Lucas's Star Wars is the best. After that, nothing else for me. Nothing. Okay. All right. So this bigger news. Next topic. This big news just started today, and it has the internet furious right now. We got delays. So, if you're hyped for GTA 6, well, it seems like GTA 6 might be delayed again for May 26th, 2026. We got a lot of sixes. Kind of weird. 2026, as well as GTA 6. You got 3 sixes there. Uh-oh. You just needed to add the June in there, and then you have another 6. But, yeah, so how can I explain this? So, yeah, the internet's not liking it, but at the same time, people are like, let other games cook, which is true. And GTA 6 probably will take everything because it's GTA. Not a surprise. So I saw Stuttering Craig here. How much do you think GTA 6 will cost when it finally comes out next year? So the rumors are, like we said before, that it's going to be $100 for the game, basic game, and maybe extras will be more. So more and more I think about it, since we're going to be talking about Xbox later with Microsoft and Nintendo, they love to increase their game prices to $80. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes up to $100, and this is why they're delaying it, because they're trying to test the waters out. I feel like the game, okay, maybe it's like, maybe it does need time. We don't know surely about if it does need more time, needs time to cook the game. Or the game is kind of in like the done phases now, and they're just trying to get the bugs out and all that out of the game. That could be it. Or they're just waiting. They're waiting so they can increase the price so they can make bank on this game. That could be the reason. There are many reasons that GTA 6 got delayed, and it could be that. It's like people are just like PC gamers realizing they have to wait until 2028 to play GTA 6 now. Yep. It's going to take a while. By then, hopefully I can upgrade my PC. Hopefully I can upgrade my PC by then. Because we're going to be talking about this with Microsoft and Xbox, but what I'm saying, console gaming is technically done for if you look at it. The pricing of these consoles are getting to the point where it's like you can just buy a PC now. But yeah, we're going to talk about that more. Let's see. We have a lot here. Holy shit. They are waiting until it's normal to charge $100 for games so they can sell GTA 6 or even more. Yup. Delayed. Just delaying it. Like I said, it could be that they're actually fixing some things in the game, or it could be that they're trying to get on the greed train. I call it the greedy train now because a lot of companies are here greedy. What did Kata say? Claire Obscure is so good that they made Rockstar delay GTA 6. I'm coping. That's kind of funny. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. Expedition 33 is an amazing game. I wouldn't be surprised they looked at that and they're like, well, it's like actually an amazing game with actually good story, side quests, gameplay, really good turn-based RPG elements. Same with Oblivion, if you think about it. That's like, what, $50, $60? Rockstar is just really greedy, and they're trying to hop on this greed train with Nintendo and Xbox. And yeah, I don't think... How do I say it? All the people that are complaining about Nintendo and Xbox right now, they should be complaining about GTA 6 too. Because I know for a fact all these people are complaining about Nintendo and Xbox and all this and that with the pricing, which they should, because it is a little bit, absurd of the pricing. It's always, it's inflation. Oh, it's the, it's the tariffs. Oh, it's always excuses. No, a lot of this is predetermined from the beginning. And all they're doing is, wow, this tariff thing just came up. This is a good way for us to raise our prices even more, kind of deal, They know about that, but they already predetermined a lot of things from the beginning, what they're going to do. And they were trying to hide it, and gamers clap back. And they don't like this shit because now their hobbies are becoming like a luxury now, People like the game because it's a hobby. It's something to relax to and get out of the world from the real world and just have a nice interactive, game to play or just relax or even just get really, competitive on if you like competitive games. Just something like that. But now it's becoming a luxury and a lot of people are going to start missing out on love what is new and others are playing in games. And this is why it's going to be a problem later down the line, and it's going to suck for retro gaming if you're trying to get into retro stuff, is because that is going to go up now since these games later in the future are going to be priced even more since it's $80. So I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is where piracy is going to be rampant, as well as emulation." And yes, I can see that happening. I feel like, that's going to happen. Gamers in general are cheap. They're cheap. Companies don't understand this. Gamers are cheap. They'll pay for things, but when they say this is enough is enough, they won't actually, get the product. They'll actually save up money to get something else, or spend their money on something, like on a company or something that actually deserves their money and time, because a lot of companies, there's so much filler and so much shit that they slap you in the face with in these games that it's just all filler. It's just, packed out. But if it's actually decent and there's good content, then yeah, people will actually, spend their hard-earned cash on games like those. But for now, I don't know. I feel like more and more I think about it, I feel like we're getting closer to a gaming crash back in like the 80s, 1983 or 1984. With the gaming crash, I feel like we're getting closer to a gaming crash. And the gaming crash is not going to be that impactful. The reason why is there's so many games and there's so much games, like backlog of games than back then, that you could be good for 10 to 5 years of games and just play them, these older games, and you would be fine. And you would still have fun. A lot of the indies are going to be good. A lot of the double A's, I think, are going to be fine. The triple A is where it's going to start going down. And you're seeing all these layoffs here and people losing their jobs and all this because all the bloat from when we had during the 2020 boom, the COVID boom, people are getting hired left and right, and now they're saying, wow, we actually we just have so much bloat in our company that we don't need this anymore. Just look at Expedition 33. Expedition 33 had only like 30 or 33 people work on that game. All of them made their money back. All of them did a really great job. They really didn't even have to advertise it that much. Same with Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. They didn't really advertise that game. That was just shadow dropped, and it's doing really well. So they're probably going to make their monies back in that too. And they're not even like $70 or $80 games. They're just 50 or 60 or even 40 for that matter. Because I got mine on 40. It was like 40 something dollars, Expedition 33. I was like, this feels like a triple A game, but it's not. It's literally indie to double A. That's insane. And now GTA is just like, well, we're going to delay it and we're going to wait and then we're going to raise the price because that's all they're doing. These companies are talking to each other. They have to be. All this competition that they always show like in the media, like we're being competitive against each other. No, they're not. They're working secretly together. And then we're thinking, wow, Nintendo's doing this. Xbox is doing this. No. Sony is going to also raise the price for their PS Plus. It's going to go up, as well as they're going to bring up their consoles and their games to $80. Straight up. We're not even in the next generation of Xbox or PlayStation, but more and more I think about it, it's time for them to it's time for console gaming to just go. Console gaming is done. It's done for. Maybe Nintendo will be the only ones left, but I don't see anything about it. I feel like I'd rather upgrade my PC or get a Steam Deck. Straight up. I feel like PC game is the way to go because you're going to have just Steam itself. You're getting sales all the time. And it's just insane. But besides that, I'm rambling now. So GTA 6 is postponed to May for next year. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it is. They're trying to please their shareholders. They're trying to say, well, you push it a little bit this way for another year, we get some bugs fixed, everything gets fixed, which I don't think it's going to get fixed as much. Maybe. Rockstar usually is okay with some bugs. They don't mess up that much like Bethesda. But I could see them fixing those and then dropping it, and everyone's going to have FOMA, where people just need to buy this game. It doesn't matter what the price is. Everyone needs to stream it. Everyone needs to play it. Dude, I don't give a fuck about GTA 6, to be honest. I feel like GTA, I'm probably going to play it eventually when it goes on sale, but I don't give a shit. I have so much games in my backlog that I really don't give a fuck about GTA 6. And to be honest, like, I haven't really bought games besides Expedition 33, like the newest game for a long time was that game. There are some games I'm still buying now that are in sales, and I'm still playing them. I'm going back. And there's some older titles, and then there's titles from like 2 or 3 years ago, kind of deal, that I'm still playing. So, yeah, I really don't care about GTA 6. Do whatever they want. You could postpone it whenever. I don't care. GTA is not a priority to me at all. And I really don't care about it. But yeah. Okay, let's get into the bigger topics. Let's just get into Xbox, because Xbox is the big topic with Xbox is that Xbox said Nintendo's upping their prices. Well, we're going to be upping our prices too. I want to join in the club. And that's what Microsoft Xbox did. They said, you're joining, how come you guys are having so much fun with all that money and how you're doing so well with the consoles and all this and that? But I have still problems with people actually getting Nintendo things and just buying it because it's the new thing kind of deal. But that's for another day. I feel like people just have FOMA and they just need to get the newest product like right now. Like the brand new, the newest phone right now kind of deal. It's the same shit. Same shit. It's crazy. But I got a message. No, I didn't. Okay. We're good. So, yeah, Nintendo, pretty much, I'm not a fan of what Nintendo's doing. I really am. What I'm doing, I'm waiting and watching, because I'm not going to spend my money on a Nintendo product that I'm barely going to use because there's only 1 or 2 games I wanted on that system, kind of deal. I'd rather get a Steam Deck because I play PC anyways, mostly. On my Nintendo Switch, I barely use it. I have like a couple of games on it, but I barely play them because Switch games never go on sale. And if it goes on sale, I would pick it up. But usually they barely go on sale, Nintendo games. So what's the point of actually getting Switch? Because there's no point. It's just going to be constantly 80, the games. So here's Xbox, though. All right, so here we go. Xbox. Microsoft is raising the price for all Xbox Series console accessories and games. Here we go. Microsoft has confirmed that all Xbox Series console games accessories will be price increase starting today, which this was yesterday. So if you wanted to get an Xbox, like this is really dumb. First of all, this is the most underperformed Xbox console in the history of gaming. And not when something is underperforming and not doing well, you would think they want to lower the prices to get more people to get your product, right? No, this is absolutely the opposite. Instead, let's up the price of it so no one can actually play this game. Does Microsoft more and more are getting to the point closer and closer that they're actually leaving the console space. They're out. They're completely out. They know it's done for. All they're pushing right now is their Xbox Game Pass. That's it. There's no point. There's no point. I feel like what they're going to do is they're going to have the Xbox Game Pass in TVs or in some sort of like Apple device or some sort of computer devices. If you have Microsoft, obviously it's already built in, and stuff like that on your computer. It's going to be built into like a system, and you're going to have to up the Xbox Game Pass, which the price is going to increase because of this. But let's see. Xbox Series consoles prices increase globally. According to a report by IGN, Microsoft's new pricing strategy for Xbox Series consoles, accessories, and games will arrive globally, whereas headsets will see an increase only in the United States and Canada. Of course they will. Moreover, in a statement to IGN, Microsoft started that they understand that these changes are challenging and were made with careful consideration given to market conditions and the rising cost of development. Dude, I thought the excuses were extreme when they said PlayStation's like, we're going to increase our games to $70. Remember when PlayStation said that? And it was just excuse, because the digital was the same and the physical was the same too. You would think the physical would be more because you have to do production on the case and on CD. But no, it was the same. Everything was the same. And now things are a bit changing, but why now? Why now? What changed from 5 years ago where it was $70 to now that's $80? What changed? What changed? There's no way. There's no way this is just inflation. And people say this is Nintendo's fault. It is. It's straight up, it's Nintendo's fault. No one can say this because they wouldn't have done this if Nintendo didn't do it too. Because Nintendo is the number one competitor in consoles. It's the number one. These other two are shilling for Nintendo so hard that they're also jumping on the bandwagon. So, yeah. Here are the expected prices. Release the Xbox Series console accessories. Here we go. Xbox Series console. Xbox Series S, which is the underperformed version. What is this? 512 gigabyte increase to 379. 380 from 300? So an $80 increase? What the fuck?
Holy shit.
For what? Just for the freaking 512 gigabyte? You gotta be joking. You gotta be joking, dude. This is absolutely disgusting. Xbox Series S, 1 terabyte to, it was this is an S with 1 terabyte. 430 from 350. That's a little extreme too. A little extreme. I feel like I can get a terabyte SSD in my PC for lower than that. Just that's all changed. It's just a terabyte. Like, huh? Oh my gosh, dude. Xbox Series X digital. 550 from 450. This is digital. It doesn't even have a CD drive. You can't play your emulated or your OG Xbox 360 or Xbox One games on it. What the fuck? No one cares. But this is the one that has the CD, and this one might be the most one people would get. This is the one I wanted to get, but I didn't get it because I just saw it. It was, I went to stores. I saw the Xbox Series X, and I was like, should I get it? Should I not? Dude, I really don't care. The most I cared about is to just use it as like a game that you can play all your Xbox games on. Meaning, like, I have some OG Xbox CD games and 360 games. I would want to play them upscaled, up-resed on the Series X. But now I don't think I'm going to do that no more. So Xbox Series X, the CD increased to $600 from $500. So $100 more. And then the biggest one, Xbox Series X, the 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition increased to $730 from $600. So you're spending more than a PS5 Pro, right? PS5 Pro is $700, give or take. I think so. Yes. Yes, this is crazy.
Holy shit.
This is absolutely crazy.
Huh?
All this is greed. Straight up. This is not excuses, it could be it's Trump's fault, it's the tariffs' fault, it's Nintendo's fault. Actually, it is Nintendo's fault. I agree. But mostly this is just Microsoft / Xbox being greedy. Straight up. It's straight up, that's all it is. They don't care about their customers. They don't care about anything. You saw that in the 360 era. 360 was the last Xbox console I actually bought. My Xbox 360 died a bunch of times because of the red ring of death. But even then, they really didn't care about their customer as much even then. They didn't care. You can tell. And then when the Xbox One came, they really didn't care about their customer base. They really didn't give a fuck. And they were just like, and then Sony swept with their PlayStation 4, they swept it easily from all the consoles. They got defeated easily. But now we're here. Xbox accessories, Xbox wireless controller, core, it's $65. Okay. Xbox wireless controller color, $70. Xbox wireless controller special edition, $80. Xbox wireless controller limited edition increased to $90. Xbox Elite wireless controller Series 2 core increased to $150. Xbox Elite wireless controller Series 2 full increased to $200. Fuck. You're giving me a $200 controller? I would say, what the fuck? Like, am I going to get like a hand job or a blow job after that? Like, seriously, like, what the fuck? Why am I spending $200 for a controller?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Like, am I getting something else with that? Like, am I getting like a whole, like, you can get all the games you want, or like, at least give me something. You're getting this controller, and most controllers, as you know, if you play newer games with new controllers, they're ass. They're completely ass. They always have problems. They always have connection problems. Every time I buy a controller, it feels like it's built to not last. It's built to always just die out, the controllers. For some reason, back in the day, when, the old gen games, those controllers were durable and they lasted a mad long time. Trust me. You would throw them to the wall, they would still last. Like, I'm not saying I threw them to the wall because I probably wouldn't. I'm not that crazy. But they lasted for a long time, those controllers. They were bulky, they were big, and they lasted for a long time. Now controllers don't last that much. They don't even last enough where like the connections have problems with your USB-C ports and all that. And it's just constantly. And then they always drift too. So, yeah, the controllers are ass. It's better to now actually get third-party controllers now than the main party controllers. I think it's worth it. That's what I'm going to do. I have a PS5 and Xbox Series X controller because I wanted to try out both controllers since I don't have the consoles, So I tried out both controllers. they're pretty good controllers. I'm not gonna say they're pretty good. But yeah, I might switch that up later. Xbox stereo headset, $65. Xbox wireless headset increased to $120. Okay, so these were the prices, and it's absolutely absurd what they're doing here with these pricing. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah, Xbox will be raising its game prices to $80 later this year. So another one. This holiday season, they're gonna raise the prices to $80. Holy shit! Xbox has announced they will be raising the prices both in its hardware and games this year, with games going up to $80 this holiday. It is an announcement released today. Xbox confirmed Xbox first-party games will now set you back $80. The company will reveal that the prices increase will be globally and not just in the U.S. It's a statement. Microsoft said, "We understand that these changes are challenging and they were made." Wait, we understand? Please understand. Oh, wait, that's Nintendo. Please understand. We understand that these changes are challenging and they are made with careful consideration given market conditions and the rising cost of development. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play more games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players. Why? Oh my God, dude. All I hear is a bunch of BS. They're going to be making more layoffs. They're going to fire more people. And they're still going to the CEOs are going to put all their money into their pockets. This is all it's all about. I don't know what is going on here. There's so much greed and absolutely dishonesty and not transparency at all that this is where the gaming crash is going to happen. Remember, the gaming crash happened is because the games were getting bad and the games were getting pricey. Do you see a trend going on here? Back in the day, that's why the game crash happened. The games were expensive and the games were crap. And that's why Atari failed. And then Nintendo rose it back up because, Nintendo made a huge boom in the gaming industry. And we got Sega, and then we had other companies coming forward. PlayStation, Xbox, all of those companies came forward. And we're saying, ooh, if Nintendo can do it, I can do it too. Maybe even better, kind of deal. And yeah, that's where we are now. So there is a trend going on now, and that's why I think there's going to be a gaming crash sooner than later, very soon. I've been saying I think we are in the crash. I don't know, but I feel like it's going to happen because there's so much layoffs constantly on and off. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely upsetting what's going on. So yeah, Xbox is absolutely toast. They're done. They're done with the consoles. They're done with, in general, with everything that they're doing. It's not looking good for Microsoft, Xbox. If you're still an Xbox fan, I would personally invest in a PC. I really would. It's not worth sticking with these consoles no more. Same with Sony. They're going to be doing the same after. They're going to be raising their prices for everything. Nintendo was the last kind of hope for consoles, but I am done with Nintendo as well. I had Nintendo for all the years. I had every console for Nintendo, every handheld. I love Nintendo, but what Nintendo is doing here is absolutely not their brand that they were known for. They're absolutely greedy here. There's nothing more to say. It's absolute just greed. It's absolutely great. And I hate it that this hobby that was a hobby and it was very niche became so big and now it's like a luxury. I just hate the whole thing. I really hate the whole experience now about this whole thing because I liked it back in the day where it was very niche and people just had fun. And what happened was a lot of people that joined in that didn't just joined in and normified it. I think that's when it started going downhill. When something gets too big, the companies and corporations start, grabbing shares and big money, and that's when it starts getting to the point where it's not fun no more. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let's get into the next topic, guys. So we have layoffs and grabbing of companies with gaming sites. So we have Polygon. This I haven't been on Polygon in forever. That site is actually like absolutely a cesspool of just horrible info and just dumb articles left and right. It's not good. It's like Kotaku. It's like Kotaku's cousin. It's so bad. Polygon sold to Game Rant owner Belnet, followed by immediate mass layoffs and Polygon staffers. So everyone, I'm guessing, got laid off, fired, and this company just got bought out. So it's over for Polygon. It's completely over. It's not like shut down, but it is over pretty much. Polygon, the gaming site that was once a flagship brand of Vox Media, digital publishing empire. We zoom in. Has been sold by Velnet, the Canadian media conglomerate behind Game Rant, Screen Rant, The Gamer, and a slew of other CEO-focused websites. All of them are ass, and it belongs with those categories. Immediately by falling to sale, most of the staff quickly found themselves Polygon, got it. I got that. When a wave of layoffs swept through, key additional staff, including former editor-in-chief Chris Plant, Price, Nicole Carpenter. I'll say more later, but I no longer have a job. I'm looking for work. As of course, they're all on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is full of. It's a cesspool of weirdos out there. It's all the Tumblr people. They moved to Blue Sky. It's all the people that didn't like what Elon Musk did and bought X Twitter. They all went to Blue Sky. But Blue Sky has been failing so hard that now, of course, these people go there because they're purely of a small group of people that have that ideology and they like to push narratives and activism into games. And that's why they got fired. And that's why it's going away because they like to push more of that than actually talk about games. Straight up. All they do is talk about how that they're feeling how they're feeling in this moment. So I got to write an article about it. So I feel bad what's going on in this game. So it's like, why can't this be? Why can women be in every game and be strong like this character? And why is there, we need more diversity. We need more, equity, inclusion, all that stuff. Like they always say like these stupid ass things. It's like, dude, can you just report on the game, like what is actually going on in the game? Polygon is a cesspool. There's just weirdos left and right. It's straight up. It's no wonder they're losing their jobs. I have lots of ideas and things I'd like to write. I'm really in shock. Yeah, so no one's going to miss Polygon. It's a company that literally no one cares about no more. I feel like this is like the biggest news they've had in general in a long time because no one cares about Polygon. No one cares. It's just just people that really don't care about gamers, and they don't care about really any other opinion, just their own opinion kind of deal, Like, it's like they're not reporting on the things people actually care about. Like, what is actually going on? Right now, they would be reporting GTA 6 got delayed, and why is it getting delayed? Why can we speculate why it's delayed or something? No, instead they'll be talking about is why isn't there no trans characters in Expedition 33 or something? That is a problem. Like, no one gives a fuck. There's no LGBTQ representation, or there's not enough diversity in Expedition 30, something like that. They would be writing articles about that, or slamming it for some sort of reason, like some bullshit like that. It would be like, what the fuck, dude? Like, tell me what's going on. Here's another one. I am around the many folks who got laid off today. Don't have anything good or thoughtful to say on it. ATM, gutted, sad, real, completely fucked. Fuck Vox Media Management forever. They did this shit on many day. They Vox Media Union forever. I don't really feel sorry for these people. The people that actually wanted to work there and actually did the work and actually did the effort, meaning they didn't spew their activism into articles, and they actually want to report on actually informative things. I feel bad for those people who lost their job there. But I feel like most of the people that did get fired or laid off were already in a bad position in general. I wouldn't be surprised most of these people become like content creators or try to go into the content creator space or something. I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. We have another one though, besides Polygon, because everyone's talking about Polygon. Well, we got also Giant Bomb. The future of Giant Bomb website is doubt following prominent staff departures. So layoffs, even bigger layoffs at Giant Bomb. So it's pretty much done for this one too. It's done. There's not much people left. The brand will undergo a staggering realignment, according to owner fandom. Tribute video game website Giant Bomb has faced significant staff departure as owner fandom. I wasn't really a big fan of Giant Bomb. I watched them here and there, but I wasn't really didn't care that much about Giant Bomb. Fandom claims the brand will undergo strategic reset and realignment. News comes from this week of earlier. The main dude left. Where is his name? Giant Bomb staff members Jeff Grubb said that while the decision is to remove the episode wasn't its decision, the decision to keep it down was. Okay, so yeah, there a problem with money. Well, that was a dream come true. Known it would last, though out of job at the moment, but I always be doing something. So it's done. Game mess. Of course, again, blue sky. So yeah, this is also another L for the game journalists and just game media as a whole. So there's not much left. Like, who is there left now? GameSpot, IGN. Who else is there? There's not really much left. Like legacy media for gaming. It's these are smaller ones. They were kind of big, but they were a bit smaller, I think, than IGN and GameSpot. But I feel like it's just irrelevant now, these gaming media sites, because now we got people and content creators out there that do, reviews themselves or talk about games like me and others and report on stuff like this. And it's like, why do we even need these anymore? They just like to attack or they like to slander gamers and fans, and they don't really care about gaming in general. Some of these, they just like to put their messaging into things. I don't know. They just don't want to talk about games. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to see that, like, this is going on. I would say I feel bad for them, but I kind of don't. I only feel bad for the people that actually did try, that actually wanted to make some sort of change to make it actually a better place, make it actually a fun or an interesting environment, have some great conversations, have some good like topics, talk about more about games and entertainment and stuff. But they just like to spew their political beliefs and all sorts of different ideas. It just really don't want to listen to that. Can we just talk about what's new in entertainment, what's cool and what's up, kind of deal. I don't want to really talk about what your political alignment is. Thank you very much. I really don't. It's stupid. But that's what it is. So rip to Polygon, rip to Giant Bomb, pretty much. So let's go to the last topic, guys. Let's talk about Superman, because holy crap, if this is real, James Gunn's Superman is not going to be doing so good if this is actually real. We don't know. Again, keep this with a little grain of salt that this could be real or it could be not, but I feel like it's more true than not because more people are reporting on it that it is true. So, here we go. Superman plot leak. James Gunn makes online trolls Superman's new kryptonite. So Superman seems like is going to feel bad now that he's getting trolled by internet, that he's getting hurt. His feelings are getting hurt. That Superman is getting super emotional. Why is that? So let's read this. Right here. Okay, so James Gunn's revenge on the internet. Because James Gunn, I think when he did Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that was his last time with Marvel. And then he was also working on the Suicide Squad. And yeah, I think he just moved on. And he became now like the lead at DC. So he's doing this new universe now, James Gunn universe. And that's what's going on now. And he's starting his first movie pretty much on DC with this universe with Superman. So this one needs to hit. If this doesn't hit, then this universe might be cooked for DC and Warner Bros. A bizarre and rumored plot for James Gunn's Superman has surfaced online, which claims the Man of Steel gets dragged into the world of cancel culture. Oh, shit.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, I don't want this already. Holy shit. In the leak, it's claimed that James Gunn sets up Superman to be a battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel sad. Oh, come on, Superman. Come on. This is not like Spider-Man. He's a grown-ass man. He's not like a teenager like Peter Parker was or whatever, where he worked at the Daily Bugle kind of deal. This is the Daily Planet. And yeah, he could probably see this stuff, but I don't think when he sees this, he would just... This is what I think Superman would do, but I could be wrong. He would just see this information and he would just dispose of it. He'd be like, I know this is happening, but it's not true. And it's disinformation, this pretty much factual stuff. And it's just trolls online. I need to, just let it be. And I'm going to try to find out the whole situation, what's going on. It's like there's no way so much people hate me when I've done so much, because this is already predetermined Superman. This is a Superman that is already probably on his best that he is. This is already a Superman, not starting Superman. This is a Superman that's a very experienced already Superman. So he probably is like, wow, okay. He probably understands this technology and what's going on in the world. Yeah, so I don't think that's how it could. I don't think that's how Superman would respond to all this. But this is James Gunn, so Superman. No, we're not joking. It's further claimed that James Gunn used a hashtag super shit.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? No!
Hashtag in the movie, which trends and damage Superman's image. But the real twist, Lex Luthor is behind it all, using an army of mutated monkeys as keyboards to flood and troll the internet and tear Superman down.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Lex Luthor found his kryptonite without using kryptonite. He made him feel sad and vulnerable because he used mutated monkeys on keyboards to flood them and troll Superman with hashtag super shit. Okay, when I read this, I could say 2025, I could see this happening. But at the same time, I don't want this to happen. I really don't want this to happen, but I can see it. I really can. I'm not surprised by many things today at all. So I can see this actually happening. And I don't even know, like, you want to tear down Superman? This is another way to tear him down. They really want Superman to not be the Superman we grew up watching. Really, they really don't. They really don't want actually an actually optimistic, heroic Superman that saves people. And, he wants a complicated Superman. I already know from the teasers they had recently with Crypto the Super Dog, just that whole thing, people are saying, oh, the dog, oh, this and that about Crypto. And how they presented him, where he jumped on him and he was tackling him, and people were like, oh, yeah, that's what dogs do. Now I was like, okay, but isn't Crypto like actually like an obedient, honorable dog like for Superman? I don't think he would do that, but people are like, oh, dogs do that. I'm like, yeah, but this is a super dog, but I don't know. That's just me, though. But that whole premise of how Superman lands, he's hurt, and then Crypto just attacks him. I was like, that's not funny. That's not funny. It's stupid. I don't know. I don't like the premise of it. I didn't like it. I thought it was stupid as hell. The whole thing, I just did not like the whole situation. Like the last Superman, the Man of Steel one, the Zack Snyder one, people hate that movie, but to be honest, it might be better than this from what I'm seeing here and what I'm hearing. It might be better, to be honest. And Henry Cavill was a really good Superman. He was really good. There was actually some really good parts about Man of Steel. I know people hate on it, but I don't hate it at all. I don't, hate Man of Steel. Yeah, there are some dumb parts, like Kevin Costner gets sucked up by the tornado and tells Superman not to save him. Yeah, that part's kind of dumb. I agree. But most of it, I thought was pretty decent. The fighting parts were a little bit strong enough where it's kind of stupid, where he's hitting through buildings and people are getting hurt and all that when General Zod comes. But in general, I thought it was really good. I thought it was pretty decent Superman. It wasn't bad. I just wanted to be more happy instead of a little bit darker Superman. Um I think the filter they used for that, I wish it was more brighter colors than darker. Batman's more darker and Superman's more light. So yeah, I just wish Superman had that. But the real twist, oh yeah, we had that. But the real, shut him down. Update: YouTuber Nerderotic. Hell yeah, Nerderotic, awesome. And X is saying the rumors are true. Update 2, a scoop says the joke is something fantastic. Update 3, additionally, details have become known, including Gunn mocks the Snyder Cut and the plot follows fake news. Here we go. Oh no, the hashtag super shit rumors in James Gunn's Superman are true. What does the rumor say? Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it seems like this is true. Superman will be turned down. He would be emotional wreck. I wouldn't be surprised Lois Lane saves the day or something. I don't know, in that line. Who knows? Or Superman will save the day. Or he's going to have super friends help him out with like Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and whatever they showed in the trailer. I just want a Superman movie. I just want a pure Superman movie. Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, characters like that. I don't want extra superheroes joining in. What I've heard about this, and early screenings, people have said that it's a movie that feels like it should be like a sequel or the third one or the second one in a trilogy. Because there's so much like filler, so much stuff that you should already know that doesn't exist, but they're going to tell it through the story. But it's like, if you wanted to make a Superman movie, you could have just made a Superman movie again from the start, your own take on Superman, backstory, all that. But people don't want origin stories no more. I don't think origin stories are bad. I think origin stories could be good. I really liked Wonder Woman, the first one, origin story. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed that one. Spider-Man origin story. People are like, "Oh, I'm sick of origin story." And Batman, we know Batman's story, obviously. I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it would have been better if he just made an origin story from the beginning story. But I don't know. It's hard with Superman. It's very difficult because Superman feels like that old school superhero. And today it's really hard to bring this superhero onto the big screen and feel him like in today's society, how we feel and all that. I don't know. It is really hard. It is hard for sure, but whatever James Gunn's doing, he's just putting his own feels, what he has done into the movie itself. So he's putting all of his ideas that he's been through into the movie, which I wouldn't want to do that personally. I would just want to do a Superman movie from the comics kind of deal. Try to make my own style of that. But the thing is, he's going to have to put his own spin on it from his life. And I don't want a James Gunn Superman. I want a Superman movie. That's why the name just Superman is pretty dumb, because it's like we got Man of Steel, we got Superman Returns, different types of Superman numbered. They could have called it Superman something, but no, we're just going to call it Superman and just attach James Gunn, I guess, because there's no point. There's no point, but that's just what it is. Superman. This movie might be actually toast, but who knows? We'll see what happens when it comes out. If the leaks are true about this plot point in the movie, I don't know. I have no I have no, what is it? I forgot what I was going to say. I got it. I have no excitement for this movie at all. I have no excitement for this movie at all. I really don't care at all, but yeah. We're going to see and find out later. That's what I was just going to say. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's it for the topics. I don't have much left. I've talked a lot today. I'm losing my voice again. But I thank you so much, everyone, for coming by, watching, lurking, whatever you guys are doing. I thank you so much. Like the stream before you leave and sub if you're new here for more topics like these. I thank you so much, everyone, and all the MVPs out there. I thank you as well. You guys are awesome. For sure, the people that look back and try to look back and look at all this info dump and just hang out with us. Even if it's not live, you can hang out with us in the past. So yeah, I thank you guys too in the past. I thank you guys right now here. Everyone, I appreciate all of you guys. I'll see you guys next week. I'll let you know what's up. There might be a stream this weekend. Don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah. All right. I'm going to head out, guys. I got stuff to do. Have a good one all. And I'll see you all soon. Let's go. Oh, I didn't want to head out that fast. I want to see you guys all soon. See you all. Have a good one all. There's the curtain. I didn't want to end it yet. Wrong button. You pressed the wrong button. All right, guys. See ya.
Are you not entertained?